whatever it may be. For a change, I'm not among the first one to come to the morning class. Instead, almost everyone seems to be here already. I recognize most of my class by their faces now. The names escape me still. I wonder if they're retarded kids here. The class goes on lazily. I think I'm starting to get into the rhythm of the school, which is good. I've even stopped worrying about taking notes and being overly attentive. First day I was pretty high-strung at class, and maybe you're just doing drugs. Matao finishes his lecture about electricity early, but continues without a pause about the festival. Oh, is this Batman? I think this is...
So, as you know, the festival's on the day after tomorrow. I hope everyone's projects are going to be successful this year. Have a good time, but also come Sunday. Please keep the meaning of the festival in your minds.
Games and fried food! Oh, God, Misha, you should just kill yourself. Everyone bursts out in laughter, and so do I, because I want to say something that maniacal is stupid.
Yes, thank you, Mikado. But what I meant the
reminder of sentence is buried beneath the ring of lunch bells, and everyone starts packing their things. It always fucking happens, and I love it. Matao deliberates for a moment, but since no one seems to pay attention anymore, he just gives up and sits down. He just looks depressed. This is Keanu Reeves. I'm just waiting for him to sit on that bench. Oh shit, what the fuck are these things? It's crowded in the hallway, or crowded as hallways in this school probably get. Most of the students seem to be heading down to the cafeteria. Maybe there's pizza. Oh shit! Hisao! I'm gonna make you a one-time, only, super extra special lunch offer. Emmy's homemade lunchboxes, and the privilege of enjoying them in private with two bombshell beauties. Her overly flirtatious sales pitch echoes in the hallway, a remarkable feat since it's full of people. Please, I don't want people to know I'm hanging out with Emmy. I have to be with other people. Emmy strikes a very confident-looking pose as though in an attempt to one-up her own ridiculousness, puffing her very modest chest, called you flat-chested, and making a V for victory sign with her hand. Sounds delicious. To what do I owe this honor of being invited? You stood there looking really lost and sad, so I thought you could use some company. That's probably the most depressing reason imaginable. This is a pity invitation. That's worse than pity sex. So how about it? You're probably really lonely and would eat that awful cafeteria food all alone otherwise. How many times do you want to say fucking alone, Emmy? How many times? Say it again. Say it one more time. I'm kidding. You're not a nerd and lonely and no one doesn't like you. You know. Sure, I'll have a lunch offer with pleasure. Let's go to the roof. Why are we going to the roof? This is where suicide happens. The roof? Why the roof? Because that's where we eat lunch, silly. I want to go hang out with Lily and Hanako. If I don't get up there, they'll probably wander off and I just don't know if she'll go hungry because she never packs a lunch for herself. Who? Yeah, who else are we coming? Come with me. No, who are you taking me? Oh, God. Without answering my question or waiting for a response, she grabs me by the arm and drags me through the hallways. Where are you taking me? Who are we going to see? What are we doing? I attempt to make conversation on the way. So, nice shoes. Why do you have an extra lunch? Emmy smiles guiltily. Actually, it's yesterday's lunch. I don't want to eat raw and ugly and old shit. I slipped in a run at lunch and forgot to eat it. You are fucking crazy. Huh. The stairway to the roof is a little, dilapidated, but it's clearly been used recently. I think dilapidated means, like, fucked up and dying and run down. But then again, I'm not a scientist. At the top of the stairs is a door. Complete with a missing padlock. Oh yeah. If Emmy breaks out a padlock, she's gonna try and lock me up here. I'm gonna get fucked by No Leg Emmy. NLE. Nele. I wonder who the intrepid individual was that removed the lock. Probably Kenji. Fucking feminist agenda. Emmy shoves the door open and steps beaming into the sunlight. Oh God. No! Not her! Suddenly a tall dark stranger appears out of nowhere, standing imposingly in front of Emmy. As Emmy flinches back, almost falling back down the stairs. Hello? No, this is Rin. Fuck. Yipes, you scared me, Rin. Wait, isn't she? Oh, shit. Hello? Noticing that Rin is speaking to me, Emmy looks curiously at me. You two know each other? I bet you would, since both of you fucking suck at life. Remember, she's the fucking Debbie Downer. I look confusedly at Emmy. She's that friend of yours? Rin has turned her gaze towards the clouds drifting above the school. I knew it. No legs, no arms. If you bring them together, there'll be one complete person with two heads. That's fucked up. Rin has turned her gaze towards the clouds drifting above the school. I didn't know you knew this person, Emmy. I thought you knew cool people, not fucking idiots. ... The awkward silence lasts for a few seconds till Emmy lets out a single tiny giggle, shrugging the constants off. I invited Hisao for lunch. If you know him, that's just better. Oh, does this mean I don't get food? Or did you invite him for lunch without the lunch? Because that's what you normally do, because you don't think ahead of time. You're too busy running. Neither. I have food for 3. Nice thinking, which is a giant surprise for you. They walk to the other end of the roof while I stay at the clock tower for a while, taking in the atmosphere. I guess it's kind of nice to be up on the roof, but seriously, well, at least Emmy can't push me off and Rin can't... No, Emmy can't kick me off and Rin can't push me off. Oh, God, straight to hell I go. There's nobody else here, but I guess the roof's not as popular as the other schools. Well, you're doing pretty good, Hisao. You're meeting chicks by yourself up on the roof. You're meeting other chicks in like a secluded room. You're just fucking getting laid, buddy. Getting laid. Just don't get DAIDs. Disability AIDS. Just don't do that. That's no good. A few rundown benches and tables are scattered around the edges, perhaps in an attempt to make the rooftop look less desolate. It's a fucking rooftop! You don't go on roofs. Why? It doesn't matter if it looks desolate. Small pebbles covering the roof rattle beneath our feet. Well, good fucking job. It's called gravel, asshole. I peek through the chain-link fence to take a look at the school's grounds and beyonds. Students are trolling in pairs and groups around the quadrangle at the cafeteria. A few delivery trucks are driving past and the school towards the convenience store nearby. Somewhere, a watchdog barks for the passerby. Somehow, when I look towards the town center, the small town feel strikes me very strongly, almost palpably. The hectic lifestyle of big metropolises seems so far away and foreign here. Nobody has to run to catch a bus like their life depended on it, or get their senses overloaded by the neon lights and traffic jams. Jam. I hope Emmy made me a jam sandwich. I feel surprisingly optimistic about this new life of mine, looking at my new hometown, even if it's going to be mine for only one short year. Hisao, you try and be so deep, but just before with Emmy, you're like, no, I don't want to run. I'm not a runner. Now you're like, my life is going to be complete for a year. You need to fucking make your mind up. Finding out about my illness and having to move away from my home all came so suddenly. I haven't had time to think about it or feel about it. Or time to think about how I feel about it. You know, or you can just add them both. When I step out of the shadow of the clock tower to the open, I feel warmth touching my back. The sunshine from a perfectly clear cerulean sky, cool breeze sweeping off the rooftops makes me shiver, but only briefly. The wind carries the scent of trees and flowers, not smog and car exhaust like it used to just a few weeks ago. Dear God, do you want any more symbolism, personification, and other bullshit? Give me an alliteration while we're at it. Okay? Emmy eats elephants. There you go. That's a stupid alliteration. Emmy settles on the bench with Rin in tow, produces one big and two small lunchboxes from her bag. Come on, Hisao. What are you waiting for? She's beckoning me to join them, making room on the already small bench. Well, at least she's not going to take up much room. I can probably go under her since she has no legs, and, you know, we're going to go shoulder to shoulder. Or not really. I guess we're going to go nub to nub. Well, I don't have nubs, but she does. So we'll go nub to shoulder. Oh, God, these fucking people. I seat myself on the corner of the bench to take as little space as possible. It's pretty cramped, but somehow all three of us fit on it. Well, because you have two fucking tiny people. Impressive view? Emmy suppresses a giggle and places a lunchbox in front of Rin and hands another lunchbox to me. I don't trust them to make anything, okay? They probably have, like, rat poison on their hands and they're gonna fucking poison me. Here you go. Lunch is promised. I don't fucking trust you. Homemade. Nonetheless, I'm impressed. Wow, this looks really good. If she made lunch, I wouldn't fucking eat it, because that means she's eating it. She's making lunch with her feet. I don't fucking trust that shit, because you're on your feet all day. Thanks, I make them myself when I can. Conversation dies off as I sit about the business of feeding myself. That's very fucking weird. Can't you say conversation dies off as I eat? Feeding myself. Stop blinking at me. Taking a few bites, I glance up and notice Rin deftly opening the lunchbox and popping a forkful of food in her mouth using only her feet. She's flexible. Maybe that means something. Even though I've seen it before, I can't help but be impressed at her dexterity. That's what I said. It's also a reminder of the sort of place I'm in right now. Will I ever get used to sights such as this? Oh, isn't that ominous? Hisao, you will, you fuck. You're leaving in 1 year. I can't decide if I'm getting used to such a thing would be a good thing or a bad thing. Or either. Doesn't really matter, I guess, because people are who they are. People are people. Does getting used to this place mean that I'm giving up being a normal person? No, these people are normal. They're just normal modified. They're NMs. Normal modified. Does this mean I'm becoming more understanding about those around me? No, like I said, modified people. I'm distracted from the thoughts by the sight of Emmy tearing into her lunch as if it had insulted her ancestors. Your ancestors had big arms and big feet, you baboon! That's what she imagines happens because she finds that insulting. You seem pretty hungry, Emmy. How you doing? I mean, Rin, everyone. Emmy looks up, mouth half full, and swallows before nodding. You would swallow, Emmy. My morning run always works me up an appetite. Which is great because I burn through my lunch pretty quickly. Helps me keep my girlish figure. Yeah. What would happen if you lose it? Would you become a man? Did you ever think about that, Emmy? Or are you just that dumb in the head? Nearly choked on my lunch trying not to laugh. That's actually kind of clever. It's a figure of speech, Rin. Wow, they don't get along well. She just looks very like, duh. Does your figure have to run in the mornings too, or is it just you? Because I can't tell if that brainless fucking body of yours does any shit by itself. You always talk to each other like this? I'm confused. Like what? Like what? Like what? I think that answers my question. Never mind. I got my own shit to worry about. So, I struggle to think of small talk and settle on the obvious question. So, what brings you two here? How'd you two meet? Rin seems content to let Emmy answer the question. I guess she's gonna be passing the buck. Or more like, footing the buck. Someone in the housing department thought we'd compliment each other well. So we signed rooms next to each other. Someone in the housing department's a sick fuck. They put no legs, no arms together. That's not even a full person. That's two people. Oh god, you sick fucks. Compliment each other? That's what I want to know. This is fucked up. Like shoes and a suit. Ever wore one? Oh no, you can't afford a suit because you're a poor fuck. Huh? Emmy giggles at my confusion. Put us together and we've got all of our limbs, get it? That's fucking horrible. So I started helping Rin get ready in the mornings and that was that. I mean, can't help someone get dressed every morning and not get along. She's seen her naked? Threesome, I see. Rin chooses this moment to interject. I have trouble with shirts. It's not that I'm easy, it's just I can't get them on all the time. Right, that seems pretty obvious. Yes, it does. Really? Really? Good eyes, fucking Captain Obvious. Kind of? This isn't helping, but at least Emmy seems to find the whole thing funny. That combined with the fact that Rin is genuinely curious makes me feel slightly better and yet confused. I mean, you've got no arms. That's being fucking point blank now. Good job, Hisao. Remember we said talk your feelings, but don't be impolite and rude. So, putting on a shirt seems like one of those things that would be difficult. You know what? I'm just gonna stop. Yeah, you know what? You just fucking dug yourself a hole. Might as well just jump in it now. Unless you wanna, you can counter and be like, unless you wanna show me how you put on a shirt, I'd be happy to watch and see how you do it. That's a good counter. Why is she wearing a tie? I didn't even realize that. It'll save a lot of trouble in the long run. Long run? What, you wanna make her have a long run with no legs? You sick fuck us out. Rin nods in what I suspect meant to be a stage manner. Oh, she's very, philosophical as well, I guess. I see. You're an idiot. The conversation dies as I turn my attention back to my lunch. It's really quite good, actually. Emmy finishes her lunch first and makes a content noise. Ah, that was good! And she busies herself with cleaning up her lunch. Rin speaks up. I'm thirsty, and this no-brainer over here didn't bring anything to drink. Oh, I almost forgot about that, sorry. I guess maybe she did. With a flourish, she reaches into her bag and removes a trio of juice boxes. What are we, 6 years old? Fucking where's the booze?